Multicultural Encounter, exploring art, culture, and life in Yamhill County. My name is Courtney Terry, and my guest today is Bonnie Hickerson. Pottery, clay, you are an artist. What kind of artist would you describe yourself as?
I am a multimedia artist.
Yes, I think that fits. Well, and we were looking at them. The two pieces that you've brought here, I think, is perfectly encompasses that. So, will you please tell me about your cat? So it's not just an ordinary cat sculpture. It is a musical instrument.
Musical instrument. It's a rattle, not for children.
Right. Please, no children.
A musical rattle, and I have done now some whistles and drums. And I really enjoy making the musical instruments. It started with wanting to make an ocarina. And,
so cool.
And honestly, the ocarina sucked.
Okay, yeah. It was your start.
It was the start. But after that, I made some water whistles. Mm-hmm. And I tried making the type where you tilt it, and I did make one, and it worked.
Ooh.
And it was interesting. But then I made these little bird water whistles.
Oh, neat.
So when you put the water in, they trill.
Oh, that's so cool.
And
I have to. I mean, to me, it feels like rocket science to figure out the kind of how to make the tone, like for like the flutes and things like that, like how to put the holes where that it makes the sound that you want to. Where did you start to learn about all of that?
Okay, well, so I joined a flute circle, a Native American flute circle.
Cool.
And I love the Native American flute. I love playing it. Part of that is you don't have to know how to play an instrument to play a Native American flute. And so that kind of went, well, I want to make a flute. Mm-hmm. And the first one I tried was out of PVC pipe. And it worked, okay. And it was a big bass type.
Oh, that's so cool.
But it was not very satisfying because the sound was not that good. But
sure, PVC pipe quality.
PVC pipe, yeah. But then I thought, well, I'll make one out of bamboo, and I still have the bamboo, and I've never made it. But I also decided that it would be fun to make a drum. Mm-hmm. And so I've now made two drums, one an Udu drum, which is an African drum that doesn't have a skin on it, and then another one that does have a skin on it, and those I will continue to make those. And the Udu drum was actually bought by a good friend.
Oh, yeah. Well done.
And she uses it in drum circle. I'm not a drummer.
Fair. I struggle with rhythm occasionally myself, so I understand.
So that's kind of the musical clay stuff, but getting into ceramics itself, I started actually with drawing and painting, and then went into just a little of wire wrapping jewelry and just kind of exploring all these different things. Mm-hmm. And a friend gave me a kiln.
Yes, that's a good friend.
It was an old kiln, but it worked, and
yes.
But then I had another friend. I mean, the kiln sat there, and I'm like, I don't know how to operate a kiln. And I had another friend who bugged me. Have you fired up the kiln yet? Every time he saw me, have you fired up the kiln? 6 months went by, and I said, fine, I will fire up the kiln. Next time you see me, I will have done it. And so the same friend that gave me the kiln, there was also some clay with it. And so I'm kind of playing with the clay and Googling how do you use a kiln.
Yeah.
And quite honestly, I'm making this stuff with clay and I'm going, I really don't like this. And I did the bisque fire and pulled it out, and same friend gave me some glazes. So I had glazes, everything I needed to make a first project, put the glaze on it, put it back in the kiln. But when I took those pieces out of the kiln, it was like, oh, cool. And that kind of was the start. And the more I did with clay, the less I did with paint. And now I occasionally do something with paint, but almost all of my work is clay, although I have started doing some more jewelry, some
Oh, gorgeous.
copper jewelry. I taught myself how to make my own little rivets. And,
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so I've got quite a few pieces of the jewelry, and I'm finding that I really like it too, because it's like doing miniature sculptures.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah,
Like bringing it down to that kind of micro level.
Yeah, and it's a lot of fun. It's like, oh, okay, I see the appeal of this.
Yeah. And you're making something beautiful. What is inside this rattle?
Just little clay balls.
Oh, that's so cute. I'm gonna, wait, should I hold?
It's not
I don't
real
need to,
loud.
It's not real. I also don't need to pretend like I'm calling the butler for dinner or anything. There we go. That's how you should do it. I was afraid. But that's so. And then with the these kind of little additions with the stamps and things like that, is that just from just playing around and trial and error, or do you kind of have a?
I started doing some other pieces where I was using quite a few stamps and then putting the color in to show off the stamp, and was like, I really like this. I'm not a cat person. But my sister is a cat person.
Okay.
And she's done a lot for me. And so it was like, I need to make her some cats.
Yes.
And so the first cats were not rattles. The first ones were just these little fat cats. And then it was like, they're not so bad to make. I bet I could make a cat rattle.
And that's how you became a ceramic cat person.
Yeah, and the cats, I do have a few different cats now.
Nice.
And I'll continue making them because they are fun to make. I'm still not a cat person. Yeah.
Well, and I guess you also, so you're involved in the Amity Art Collective, and you'll be participating in the upcoming tour in mid-May.
Yes.
What is, so kind of as you've been selling more of your art and kind of participating in kind of that sides of things of the art world, do you find yourself being like, people really love these cat things, and I know I could make more of them, and as long as it's still fun for you, I guess. Are you finding you're having to balance a little bit?
There are some things that I have made that people really love, and I make it until I don't like it anymore. And then it's like, okay, time for me to move
now
on.
This is, limited edition.
Exactly, yeah. It's not fun if you're just producing.
Yeah.
So I have found that balance, and for a while I didn't. For a while it was like, well, I need to make enough money so I can buy more clays, more glazes. I need to be able to continue, so I need to make enough money to do that. And it became kind of this, it feels like a job. I'm not doing this anymore. I'll make what I want to make, and if people like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't.
Yes.
my expression is what it needs to be in order for it to be fun. And so that's where I'm trying to keep it now.
That's wonderful. And I think, I think it can be a struggle to, especially when you're, I mean, I know you've been an artist for quite some time now, but yeah, once you kind of start that, like going out and doing shows or being more public, those are the kind of things you have to figure out.
It is, and I think it's a hard balance for a lot of people, and for me, I definitely needed to learn that. So, yeah, but it for me, I find that what I was producing when I was doing that, I was not happy with it. And now I look at what I'm producing and it's like, yeah, it feels good and it looks good to me now. And I think that's something that a lot of people go through, I think, as artists. They learn that. I'm glad you're bringing that up.
It's the artist's journey.
It is.
Well, and I also, this other piece too, so the raku part of it is there.
So this is, both of these both of these pieces, they're people, right?
I mean, we care about them.
Both of these pieces are just regular fired. Yeah, neither one is raku. This one is actually food safe. So,
cool. So this is the glaze, and then the glaze is on the inside.
The glaze is on the inside.
Oh, that's so cool. So that was the base color, and then it's just
right.
I don't know the correct hand motion for pouring glaze onto.
So I actually paint all of my glazes on. Yeah. So in
cool.
order to get it to drip down like this, you just put it on really heavy towards the bottom.
Okay.
And I usually start making little spots where I start so it will drip down in that spot.
Oh, neat.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, that sounds like me trying to do watercolor just anytime. So that's so neat. And what other kinds, so you'll have pottery, and what other kinds of things have you made for the upcoming tour?
For the upcoming tour, I will have the copper jewelry, mostly pendants. I think I have maybe 3 pairs of earrings. They're not fun to me.
Yeah,
the pendants are really fun. So I'll have the pendants, and I will have a variety of ceramics. I do almost exclusively hand building, and so I have wind chimes and masks and planters, and most of it is more on the artistic side than the functional side.
Sure.
I mean, even like these are functional, but I think they have that artistic look to them.
Yes.
Too. And
You could go either way.
right. So it could be. I mean, it could be just a decoration, but it also could be used. So it's kind of fun to think that it could be used that way. I also make bird houses and bird feeders because I love birds. But yeah, so just I'm all over the place with my ceramics. I make little monsters too.
Oh, neat. Okay.
Yeah, it just depends on my mood. I think part of me never grew up, and part of me is like times when I go in, it's like, oh, I want to make something, really interesting. So a few vases and not just regular vases.
Yes.
But yeah, so.
I think part of that, like, having artistic creativity is that challenging yourself and seeing, like, how do I make that thing in my head come alive through my art, and just like the process of doing that. And
it's interesting because when you say that, when I was painting, it never was the way I saw it in my head. The ceramics are. I think that 3D and the, the texture of
Yeah.
it. And I think it's just more my style than painting ever was.
And you found it, and your work is wonderful. If folks are wanting to, so they can come and see you during the Amity Art Collective tour.
Correct.
Do you have a website or anything
There
else?
is a website, www.amityartcollectivetour.com, or just Google Amity Art Collective Tour and the site will come up.
Great. And then do you have a personal website for your art yourself?
I do. It's not as up to date as what's on.
So if people wanted to see a snapshot in time in your...
They could. And my personal website is listed on the tour website.
Cool.
So if they go to my page on the website, they can see my personal website. Yeah.
Excellent. And find out more about you.
Yes.
Bonnie, thank you so much for coming in and talking with me. It's been wonderful.
Courtney.
Thanks. This is Courtney Terry, and this has been Cultural Encounter. Thank you.